Hey guys, deck profile time again. This time I'm going to do two versions of Disaster Dragon, so both versions of standard, a budget version and then a not so budget version. I'll start with the budget version. It's basically the same in the monster lineup. Triple red eyes. What can I say? What do I need to say? Double Wyvern. I like double Wyvern. I'm fine with double Wyvern. Some people like three. You can run three if you like. It's up to its personal choice really. 3 Drago, it's still a 1900 beta. Yes, Inzektorz can blow it up, but all you need to deal with Inzektorz is a way of stopping the Hornet from blowing it up, or stopping them from equipping the Hornet, and then Drago survives and Dragonfly is useless. Light and Darkness Dragon, it's Light and Darkness Dragon. It's way too awesome for one card. And it's fine as a one-off, especially because of this guy, Divine Dragon Apocryph, who we all know as being the new Genesis Dragon, but better. We all know about the Lad loop and how amazing looping Light and Darkness Dragon is. Apocryph searchable by Masked Dragon, so 3 of them is kind of necessary. He's an amazing toolboxer. You can search anything you need for any given situation. And 3 of them, 3 is sort of still a good number. Double Delta Flyer, I like running Double Delta Flyer, it's personal preference again. Some people like running 1, some people run 1 and Mind Control, or 2 and no Mind Control. Personally I like 2 and the Mind Control, because it opens up extra options, extra Xyz plays, and extra Synchro plays, and everything else. 1 Exploder Dragon, basically standard boss killer, and Totem Dragon, just as a one-off because it's your easy floater, and obviously double tribute. It's amazing. That's the monster lineup. That's the same in both versions. I'll go over the differences afterwards or in another video. On the spells, where to start with the spells? How about Future Fusion, which is just way too good. It's not ban worthy, but it's way too good. Double Sarco to search out Future Fusion, or your other power cards. Search out the rest of the Power 5, which is basically Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, Reborn, Book, and in my case Mind Control. Because I like running Mind Control and Double Delta Flyer for that extra synchro option. On top of that, we then got 2 MSTs for back row hate. You can main deck the 3rd one if you like 3, or the only reason I'm only running 2 in this version is because I took 1 out to make space for the 2nd Torrential, I think. So yeah, that's personal preference again. The trap lineup is where it gets interesting, because I usually call this variant of Disaster, the budget version of standard Disaster Zone. So you've got the standard, Solemn Brigade and Double Torrential. That's pretty standard, they're obviously all amazing. But then we get here, Safe Zone, which is where the deck gets its name, and this is just amazing. There's no other word for it. You can protect your Drago, protect your Red Eyes, so if you've got a Red Eyes with one of these equipped or attached to it, it means it can't be Veilored, they can't Deep Prison it, Mirror Force it, Snowman Eater, Dark Hole. They can't book it, they can't lance it, they can't compulsory it, they can't chalice it. And if this is already attached to Red Eyes and you activate the effect, if they're warning it, they've paid 2,000 and the Red Eyes doesn't get destroyed. And this is amazing. And obviously, you can chain it onto a blind MST to blow something up. It makes amazing Scrap Dragon food. You can target your face down Safe Zone, and a back row, chain it, target their monster, get +1. Just an amazing card all round, I think. 2 Call of the Haunted, this is the other thing I took out to make space for the Torrentials. I did run 3, but 2 is still good. It baits warnings, baits MSTs, allows you to use Red Eyes to eat back row and then Call of the Haunted, bring it straight back. Still just, amazing card. Interesting to have it up to 3. It's kind of working, I like that actually, having it back at 3. Double Compulsory. You're hardly ever going to use this as a minus. It's always a disruptor. It stops Xyz plays, stops synchros, laughs at Zen mains and Gachi, gets rid of Dolka, baits Lagia so you can summon something or Dark Hole it, book it, punch over it, whatever. or Bates' Forbidden Lance plays, which means you can then punch over said Lagia. Just amazing stuff generally. So that's, you know, the main deck. The side deck is where the budgetness starts to show. Although it's an effective side deck, just obviously not quite as effective as a side deck, but it isn't budget. 3 Veilers and 2 DD Crows, standard hand trap lineup. Well, not so much standard, but a hand trap lineup I like and that I've been testing for a while. It's actually I prefer this to 3 Crow and 2 Veiler, and this is obviously if you don't have max Cs. So this is why it's the budget side deck. Those are basically your answers to the wind-up loop. They're also good for Insectors, particularly the Veilers, although Crow helps as well. Triple Rivalry of Warlords. It's such an amazing card. Dino Rabbit, they're shut down. Wind-ups are shut down. Light Swarms get shut down to an extent by this. What else gets shut down? Well, those are the important things. Rivalry is basically another way of stopping the wind-up loop. It slows down Dino Rabbit. Double Bottomless also slows down Dino Rabbit. If you suspect they're going to go for a Dulker, and you don't want to Bottomless a Dino, so you can wait for the Dulker, which forces the Lance play, which means they might not be able to punch over something, or you can punch over it. Getting besides the point. Double Smashing Ground, also amazing for Dino Rabbit, forces Lagias, or Bates Lances, gets rid of annoying walls like Spirit Reaper and Marshmallow. General all-round amazing card. Also gets rid of Christia, which for some reason I've been seeing at my locals again appearing. The third MST in the side, you can main deck this and side deck something else you like instead. And finally, 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirrors, basically for Insectors, but also for Dark Worlds, because Dark Worlds are still annoying, and if they get the all the pluses off card destruction, you don't want them to get that, so you can just play the Shadow Imprisoning just to stop everything from happening. That's the side deck. As for the extra deck, I mean, extra decks have never really been properly budget, but basically you run what you have in the extra deck. This is the one I run because it's useful. 5-headed Dragon for Future Fusion, Levia, Leviathan, Utopia, just as options. Then just, staple things like Catasta, Bryonac, Ancient Fairy, Black Rose, Dragon Wing, Stardust, Dark End. This guy's amazing. Apocryph is dark, so you can mask into it, add back Delta Flyer, summon the Delta Flyer, make Dark End Dragon. Also laughs at Zenmaines and Gachi. Scrap Dragon, not so budget, but still amazing to have. Red Dragon Archfiend deals with walls and Gachi and Zenmaines. Trident Dragon just because I have the option, and then 1 Chimera Tech because to fill the last space, and if you can reborn your opponent's Cyber Dragon, or if they play a Cyber Dragon and leave it there, you can go into it, especially in game 1. That's very fun. That's the deck, basically. That's the budget version. I will also upload the not so budget version, although it's still pretty budget. Well, it doesn't run Fiendish Chains anyhow. I'll upload that probably either today or tomorrow. So I'll see you then.